Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Sawk here, and today I'm bringing you guys my PCL Week 3 game against JB Westside, known as the Colorado Bouffalants in the league. And he is currently 2-0 plus 7. I am currently 1-1 plus 0. So if you guys don't understand what I'm bringing here, be sure to check out the team builder that went up yesterday. It explains all the sets I have, why I'm bringing the Pokemon I have, and what his team consists of. Now, going into the game, I was pretty concerned about a couple things, noticeably Crobat and Calm Coon if I did let my Beware go down. However, Crobat is a very interesting Pokemon, so I'm not quite sure what set he'll bring, but I know if he brings like offensive with like Giga Drain, Heat Wave, HP Ice, and Brave Bird, I just automatically lose there. I have no chance against that besides Rotom Heat. So I need to make sure I keep Rotom Heat alive as it is one of my best Crobat checks. However, I'll skip right on into the game. So, as you guys can see, we are going to get right into it. So, have fun, James. Hopefully the game is not haxy at all, as we are going to be challenged by Pokemon Trainer James. And going into this, I knew Genesect would just be a safe lead. I am Scarf. I can U-turn on anything he does want to, as he does lead off with his Necrozma, as I do start out with my Genesect Hater. Shiny version, of course, because I try to keep shiny whenever I can. So I do get a special attack raise, so I think he'll maybe want to switch out, knowing that I could go for like Stab, X's, or Bug Buzz, whatever. As I do click U-turn, it does a decent chunk. It makes me think he's more defensive. He definitely had max HP at least. As I do go into my Garchomp, thinking he'll probably go for his Rocks or just a Heat Wave, as he does go for that Heat Wave. It does a decent chunk, however, it does not burn me, as we can see right here. It would have done the animation for burning. He does get leftovers back, so again, it does reveal he's not like Scarf, Specs, whatever it is. As I do just go straight for the Swords Dance XD, and I make sure I can live any hit from an HP Ice, as he just does get up his Rocks. Now, I can completely understand this play, however, I don't agree with it. You could have gotten your Rocks up later, however, it does work out for him, as I didn't kill him on that turn necessarily. But he does get more leftovers back, because he does get to a nice amount of HP for him, as I do have a +2 Garchomp sitting in front of him that he really doesn't want to switch anything into. I do go for the Crunch right here, and it does over half, and he does go for Photon Geyser. So he's revealed Heat Wave, Rocks, Photon Geyser. I'm thinking he's not HP Ice, otherwise he would have clicked at that turn, as I do live it, as he does get his HP back onto here. And I'm at 74 HP, of course, and I'm going to click Crunch once again and knock out this Necrozma, as Garchomp does pick up the first kill of this game. And so I'm pretty happy with it. Garchomp got a kill. It eliminated one of the Pokemon that needed to be gone in order for Crawdon to actually win, as he does go into eventually here. I don't need Garchomp anymore, so I'm just going to click Earthquake, try to get some damage off, break its Sash, or get down to its Sash, as he does click Hidden Power Ice, and it does kill my Garchomp. So we trade the first two Pokemon here. He does reveal to be Life Orb, not Scarf, Specs, or anything of the sort, which is beautiful for me. As I do go into my Rotom Heat here, I do take some Rocks damage, as my Rotom Heat can definitely scare out this Spider. As he does swap out, he does go into his Reptar, which is his Tyranitar, as that will come on in. It will whip up a Sandstream, which is kinda not good for Rotom. It doesn't want to take any unnecessary damage, as it is my best check to Crobat. I am going to Volt Switch, knowing that he does not have a Ground type, so I can just get on out of there because I scared out the Galvantula. I am going to go back into my Genesect here, as I get that shiny animation off. Shiny Genesect's so cool. Anyway, I do get the download, and it does give me another special attack raise, as I think I scare this thing out. However, I am just going to click U-turn just to get some damage off, thinking he would swap. However, he does stay in and does go down to the red HP, which is pretty nice for me. So Tyranitar is down weak. I do go for my Gastrodon, thinking I can take any hit this wants to go for, as it is a defensive one. He does go for Fire Blast here, trying to catch the Genesect. However, it does absolutely nothing. It does not burn me, and he hits. So I am going to get a little bit of leftovers back, as I am just going to click Scald here. Just going to get some damage off on anything. He doesn't really want to switch anything into it besides maybe a Galvantula, or just sack off the T-Tar, which he does. He connects with his Stone Edge, as I do click Scald, get that cool animation off, and Gastrodon would pick up the second kill of the game. Well, third kill technically, but second on my side. As I do get the leftovers back, and I do get to right around probably 80%, I would say. He does go into his Galvantula here, and I am fearing an Energy Ball for my life. I need this thing late game in order to help me check Crobat and help me check a Chandelure, because that Pokemon is scary. I do go into my Rotom Heat here. Rotom Heat is taking a bit of damage, but Crobat, it's looking like a threat, and I'm really deciding how I want to play around it. Scarf Genesect is really nice, however, if he does get sticky webs up here, it could be bad. He does take more Life Orb damage as he clicked Energy Ball there, and Rotom Heat will go to around 60 HP, I believe, 58. And Spider here will click Thunderbolt, trying to get the kill, but I am a very much Spadef Rotom Heat, as I will live that pretty easily on 26 HP. He does take more Life Orb damage, and I do go for Pain Split, getting back some HP as I go to 60 HP, which is more than I started with. Plus the Sandstorm subsides, so I gain a lot of HP out of that turn, actually, and he wastes some of his HP using Life Orb and Pain Split. He does go for his webs here, which is a pretty smart play, as he's just thinking to sack off Galvantula, as I do click Volt Switch, thinking he would probably want to swap out into Crobat necessarily, or Suicune, or the Chandelure. As I do swap out my Rotom Heat, and I do go into my Beware here. Knowing Beware can take any hit this thing wants to go for, even HP Fire, as Beware is a very Spadef bulky boy, as we saw in the Team Builder, as I do drop my speed. Now, these sticky webs are really bad, and I need to get these out, ASAP Rocky style. However, I don't have Defog on the team, so I need to kind of force that Crobat in order to think I'm Rocks. He does go for that Thunderbolt here. It does a decent amount, as the Galvantula will go down to Life Orb damage. And I do click Drain Punch, trying to get some HP back, just even a little bit. However, it died, so I can't get any back. I do get my leftovers back, as this is the perfect scenario, as he does go into Crobat here. I'm thinking, alright, he's Brave Birding here, so I'm definitely going to go into my Squeezy here, my Gastrodon, which is becoming one of my favorite Pokemon slowly and surely, as I do get that Rocks damage, which isn't too bad because I'm a Water Ground type. My speed does fall as he does click that Brave Bird. Now, that cool animation of Brave Bird will go off, and because I'm a very defensive Gastrodon to help check T-Tar and this, it does a really decent amount, proving he's max attack Jolly, if I'm not mistaken, from my calcs. I do get a little bit of leftovers back, and I am going to Scout here for the Energy Ball, as you do go for Protect, as he decides he's clicking Brave Bird once again, and through my Protect, I'm realizing, okay, maybe he doesn't have Giga Drain, so this Gastrodon could be really helpful late game, so I am going to need to save this Gastrodon here, as he does withdraw his Bruce, and he goes into Lumiere, his Chandelure. Now, this Chandelure, like I said, is a huge threat, so I need to make sure I play around this thing really well. Knowing that Brave Bird from a Crobat wouldn't knock me out, I do go for Recover, as I get to 205, and with my leftovers, I do go up to full HP. Now, knowing an energy buff from this thing will knock me out straight up, even if it's just max special attack, I do go to my Rotom Heat, my Mixtape here, as I decide I want to just kind of let this thing go down. He does click Energy Ball, and I go from 30 to 5, so it did 25 points of HP. So it did not do a whole heck of a lot because of my Spadef investment, and because it's quad resistant. He does go for another Energy Ball, trying to make me think he is Scarf, Specs, or even just bluffing if he is Expert Belt for some reason, but I am thinking Scarf Chandelure, as it does make a lot of sense this game. I do go into my Beware, scouting to see if it is, as I do not have anything really to hit this. However, I want to bluff, I have Earthquake, and try to make him go into Suicune. I am going to click Toxic though, predicting the switch into Suicune, as nothing really wants to come in on this besides Crobat, and Crobat does not want to take a lot of damage because it helps late game. So knowing he'd go into Suicune here, I do click Toxic as I do land, so Beware, putting in work, as it is about to 1v1 a Suicune, which the set is designed to do with Taunt, Toxic, Roar, and Drain Punch. I do get a little bit of leftovers back, as I do have enough speed to outspeed a 4, 8, and 12 speed Suicune, but he does outspeed me to reveal he is a fast boy. He does click Hidden Power here, which is nice. Hidden Power Grass Tag for my Gastrodon, and helps hit my Crawdon as well. I do go for the Taunt here to make sure he can't rest, make sure he can't sub, make sure he can't Calm Mind, as he does get a little bit of leftovers back, as I do as well, putting me just under half HP, as that Toxic will start to take a little bit of a toll on him, start chipping away. He is going to click Ice Beam here, predicting me to go into like Gastrodon or something maybe. He just wants to get off damage, as I do click Drain Punch, get a good decent chunk of damage back, as I do go from 68 up to 96. With his leftovers clicking, he is going to get a little bit of HP back, but however the poison will start chipping down even more, as Beware will get a little bit of leftovers back and go just under half HP again. And I started basically where I was the previous turn, so I'm staying around the same HP, as he realizes this Beware's 1v1ing my Suicune. This shouldn't happen. I'm going to go into my Crobat, which is good for him. However, I do click Drain Punch first, trying to get more damage off on that Suicune, as it does absolutely nothing. I go from 110 to 119. I get 9 points of HP back, so I did 18 points of damage to that Crobat, which is beautiful, as I do get some more leftovers to go above half HP, which is really nice, and I'm going to keep Beware later, as it does help me, again, check Suicune and counter it to the most part. I am going to go into my Gastrodon here, as he does... I do get this speed drop because of the webs, and these things are really annoying. He does click Brave Bird, trying to kill my Beware, as this Brave Bird will hurt a little bit, as we saw earlier. Gastrodon can take it, however, it doesn't really want to, as I will get my leftovers back. It is not a 2-hit KO. It is possibly a 3-hit KO, depending on the rolls. However, I don't think I want to risk that. I am going to go and scout for the Giga Drain, as I do go into my Genesect here. I do get caught in the Sticky Web, and because of my Scarf, I am actually neutral speed. I am -1 point because of the way Scarf webs work. I get the special attack boost, as he does reveal Roost, so I know he's not Banded, I know he's not Specs, Scarf, whatever he wants to be, as he does go to full HP. And now, knowing I got the special attack raise, he is going to withdraw his Bruce and go into his Suicune. I am going to, as a Genesect, I am just going to click Ice Beam, I believe. Yeah, I click Ice Beam because I know I needed to get rid of this Crobat, as it literally is the only thing stopping my Crawdon from winning right now. So he does go into his Suicune. He gets a little bit of HP back, however the Toxic will take a little bit of a toll, so he starts back around the same HP he came in with. So I decide I cannot risk this. I am going to swap right into my Beware, as it is my designated counter for the Suicune. I do go back into my boy Beware, as he does lower my speed with Sticky Web, and he does click Scald. Now, this Scald damage tells me what special attack investment he has, and he is max special attack Modest. That is a lot of damage, considering he had to be +4 to OHKO me. So I know he is definitely max special attack Modest, as my Beware eats that pretty dang well, as I'm going to start 1v1ing this Suicune again. Now, he is going to withdraw his Suicune here and go into his Chandelure, which is a very solid play on his part, knowing I'm going to taunt or possibly go for like Drain Punch or something like that. So it's a pretty good play on his part. His Chandelure does fall for the taunt, as Beware clicking it again, and I will get a little bit of HP back. However, I do not need Beware anymore. Suicune is at a low enough HP where I can handle it with my other Pokemon, as he does click Flamethrower, and Beware will go down, unfortunately. Oh wow, I did not click Rotom Heat, dying. My bad. So Genesect will come on in here, as it is 3v3 right now, and I need to make sure I can have a chance of winning. Now, realizing that if he Specs, I have a chance to outspeed it with my neutral nature Genesect. So I am going to go for that, as he is Scarf. He is just going to click Flamethrower again, and he will kill my Genesect. So because he is Scarf, Genesect is out of the picture now and has a very solid chance of winning. As I am going to go into my Crawdon here. Now, this is a 50-50 turn. I'm going to pause it right here. So, this is a big 50-50, and this could possibly win me the game. So, in my head, I'm thinking I have two plays. I can click my Darkinium, thinking he might want to sack off Chandelure, and I can go DD on the Suicune, or I can Dragon Dance up on the Crobat and win, because Aqua Jet plus Crab Hammer or Knockoff will kill everything else. However, if I Dragon Dance here, predicting the swap out, I'm at neutral, and I'm at +1, which means Aqua Jet will KO this Chandelure. So if I Dragon Dance here, I have a chance. I kill Chandelure at +1 with Aqua Jet. I can hurt Crobat a lot with an Aqua Jet, and I can OHKO the Suicune with a Crab Hammer at neutral. So if I Dragon Dance here and I get the play right, I win. Outright, I just win with Aqua Jet plus Crab Hammer or Knockoff, depending on which buttons I click. However, if he does go into his Crobat here as I Dragon Dance, it will outspeed me and kill me with Giga Drain if he has it, or Brave Bird, which does a large chunk to me, especially after rocks. It has a chance of killing if it's max attack Adamant. So, realizing, alright, if I can get rid of Crobat here, I can win. I can Dragon Dance up once as if Suicune comes in, it clicks Hand Power Grass. I can live one. I can Dragon Dance up, and I can Aqua Jet it twice. And if he sacks off the... If he does decide to swap out of his Chandelure, I have a chance. However, I need to make sure I get this play right. So I think, alright, if he goes into Crobat, I have a chance of winning. But that's his play, because he knows he if I Dragonette's up here, I can win. So I'm thinking, all right, he has to sack off Crobat here. So I am going to toss off my Darkinium Z here, praying he goes into Crobat. I do drop my speed, which is the reason I need to Dragon Dance to get neutral speed. He does withdraw, and I'm thinking, yes, beat Crobat, beat Crobat. I drop the Z here. He goes into his Suicune, which is a very smart play, realizing that this can take on my Crawdon or just die to end move. I do go for my Darkinium here, as he does sack off his Suicune, which is a very, like I said, solid play on his part. I do go for that Angry Boy Crawdon look in here. I do go for the Black Hole Eclipse, and that Suicune will fall at the small amount of HP it's at now. If not, it will die to Toxic. So, I did not get that play right, so my play now is to hopefully crit on the Chandelure and Aqua Jet. If not, I just kind of lose. So, in comes Chandelure, and my play is to click Aqua Jet and hope it crits, because I cannot live an Energy Ball from Scarf. I do click that Aqua Jet, it does go off, and it does a lot of damage, but does not kill. And it will click Energy Ball, and Portland will drop. And now my only play here is to pray that Squeezy somehow lives an Energy Ball from a almost 145 base special attack. Chandelure's quad effective. I need to pray I live somehow by the Axe Gods or your chokes. He does click that Energy Ball, and Squeezy, the Gastrodon, will go down as well, as your Minnesota Twin Needles will drop to 1 and 2, -2 on the season.
Come on, focus next time.
Now, good game to James, otherwise known as JB, as I thank you all for watching. Be sure to check out next week as we will take on the Boston Beedrills known as Midicus. He is currently, at the time of me recording this, 1 and 2. I believe he is negative, I want to say he's negative 10. He got 6-0'd week 1, 5-0'd week 2, and 1-0 week 3 due to some hacks. So I believe we can go 2 and 2, hopefully to a plus differential, but we will see. With that, I think I'm out of here for today, guys. Peace out, Scouts.